Hi guys, welcome to another haul. This is stuff from either Temu or Aliexpress. I think most of this is from Aliexpress, so I will run through what I've got. It's not a big haul this time, so hopefully I'm going to be able to keep on top of any orders coming in with the videos so that you guys can see what I've got as it comes in rather than doing like a six-parter, which can be a bit much. So yeah, let's get started. So first up, I've got a die. This one says, I think the world of you. It's got the letters on the inside and then the shadow around the edge. So you could do the inside in black and then pattern paper or colour paper, or vice versa with a black shadow, which I think looks really nice. And the font's lovely as well. It's a bit bolder so you can see the letters clearly. And it's a decent size, so it will fill the main part of a card. So I really like that, and that can be used for lots of different reasons. Just so thinking of someone, or if they're going through a rough time, if they aren't feeling well, just to say that you're there if they need you. Then we've got a turnabout stamp, which is this one here. So this has got hearts and kind of geometric patterns, and how these work is you stamp it, rotate, 90 degrees stamp, rotate, etc, etc, and then it fills the whole plate with a design on the card base, and then you cut out if you want a certain shape with it, or yeah, go from there. So this one has got some sentiments as well. So we've got too cool plus to be, and that equals forgotten. Then we've got love you so much. We have got you're my person, wish I could just hug you, hello, and you're the cutest. Then there is some individual details that you can add on top of, sorry, not the camera, you can add on top of the said design, just to add a bit of extra intricacy. Love it. So there's that one. I really am enjoying these turnabout stamps. I will show you a couple of cards that I've done using one of these in a different design in just a sec. Then we have got the die set that goes with it. So in here we have the love ya with the heart around the edge. We have got the big hugs, sorry that took me a second, with a large heart and two small, and that's in a circle, that's in a heart. And then we've got our X's and our heart there. So yeah, really cute. These go nicely with this, and these are quite large sentiments and shapes as well, so you could use them elsewhere. It doesn't have to be with the stamps, but they do look lovely together. I've seen lots of cards and things people have made with those over Valentine's. They look great, they look great. Me and my other half did cards over Valentine's. I made the card, obviously he purchased. I also made some extras to show on my blog, and I will link that in the description if you want to have a little look at a couple of the cards that I made over Valentine's. Then we have a stencil set. So I really liked this. I wasn't keen on the idea, I didn't really understand it until I saw somebody using it on YouTube. So it's basically two sets. Let me just work out. Yeah, okay. So how this works is you have two stencils, each being half of the word, either the top half or the bottom half. So there's friend and you on this one, okay? So you would line it up. You would put this down first. You would ink through, or however you want to use it. Then you would line this up with the print on the cardstock. So it would then look like, say this is inked at the bottom, you would line it up like this, and then you can either fully do it like that, or you could leave a small gap, and then you do inking or whatever you want with the top, and so you'd be left with the full word like this in two different tones, or two different designs. So yeah, you get a kind of ombre effect, or you can have one that's separated with a gap in the middle of the white cardstock, and you do exactly the same with the bottom one. So you've got friend. There is also hello. You can do hello friend, hello you, thank you friend. Yeah, really nice, very versatile. I wasn't too sure on the effect either, but once I had a look at some examples and somebody did a video on it, yeah, really nice. So definitely have a look at those online if you want to grab these or are looking for some stencil sentiments. So next up, I have a bird set. So this is a stamp and die set. The dies are on the back. They are adorable. I saw these coloured in on the example online, and they are so cute. They're big round eyes and the little faces they're making, and they're kind of solid designs. So you could go to town with all your coloured alcohol markers and pencils and things, or you could just do a little bit of shading and they're good to go. Nice and easy to colour in, or to leave just black and white. Yeah, really nice, not too much intricacy with them. Yeah, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So you've got the toucan, that looks a bit like a pigeon, some kind of parrot or a stork, a flamingo, and yeah, I'm not too sure what that is. It's a bit like a sandpiper, if I'm right. There's me throwing around bird names I don't really know. And then you've got some small images. We've got hearts, leaves or florals. It says tweet, it says what's up, it says hello. We've got a balloon, a leaf, a branch with some leaves on going, 2 of those in each direction. So you could build up a kind of tree in the corner if you wanted to. A party hat that you could put on one of the birds. That would look really cute on him, I feel like. Another leaf or floral, some more florals here and here, and then you've got some long tall leaves. It also says you make my beak sing, and a little bird told me it's your birthday. So again, very versatile. The only one that's got anything it relates to an occasion is the bottom one for birthdays. This could be for anything. You don't have to use the musical note or the party hat. You could put 2 birds together and put a heart. That could be Valentine's Day, it could be anniversary. It could be 2 birds chatting and saying what's up, and it could just be, hey, do you want to meet up for a drink, or do you want to go for coffee? Let's do this. Yeah, very versatile, very in some ways generic, so that you have got lots of flexibility with how you want to use it. And then we've got the metal die. It cuts out everything, which is great, so you can colour and cut all of the elements. What I would probably do with this is, if I was just doing one bird, or I just felt like colouring, I would stamp the whole set and then colour all of it, and then cut it all, and then keep it in a little pot or a little tub on my desk. And then you've got elements ready to go that can be used for pretty much anything. So I really like this. This is one of my favourites of this order, as you can probably tell because I kept waffling. Then we have this. So this is a layering stamp set. So you know where you would have stencils, where you have say 3 different stencils, and each one does the next section on the image, and by the end of it you've got nice floral images with leaves and stems and flowers all in different colours. This is the same but as a stamp. So you've got 3 individual stamps here. These you would have to line up on a piece of paper or on a block or a stamping platform to ensure that you sit it in the correct spot. Okay, if you see an example of it online completed, you'll be able to see how the stamps sit, so you could just line them up as long as you have a clear block or a stamping platform to see where it's going. So what you would do is you would ink up one of these, stamp, get the next one, move it to the correct position. So this would be the other half of this one. Okay, so you could have 1 half blue, 1 half pink, and then you'd have this side blue and this side pink. Do you get what I'm saying? And then here, this slots into this gap. This one here has a smaller heart inside it. Do you see where we're going with this? This here doesn't have a section on this one, but on this one here it has the bottom of the heart. So this is going with this bottom piece. So what you would do is, as you do, you'd stamp 1, then get this one and line it up so you know that it's in the right spot. And then same again with this one, and by the end of it all of the hearts will be completed, but with different designs. Okay, so you just need to stamp each one once and you're done. So 3 stamps and you've got a completed image. Okay, and then it's got some lovely sentiments that I really like. So it's nice to have slightly longer sentiments, and some of them are a bit different. So I adore you more each day. Really, really nice. You are the sweetest. That could be, you could do that as a thank you card. Sending hugs and kisses, again, Valentine's, anniversaries. You can send it to a friend or family member, or if somebody's unwell or in hospital. You make my heart happy. Be my Valentine. There you go. Love you always. My label's in the way. My heart belongs to you. That's really cute. Love you to the moon. Oh, love you. Sorry, love you to the moon. Love you the mostest. That's adorable. Just making words up. You make every day special. That's lovely as well. So I really like that. You could use these for lots of different reasons. Really cute. Can't wait to play with that. Then we have this guy. So I've had a go at stamping this. It's really good. I found personally, just because it's not quite level on one side, that using a stamping block worked best for this personally for me, just so that I could get a more even coverage, because I wanted a nice crisp image, and I didn't want to put too much ink down. So yeah, that'll be so fun to colour in. Or even you could do an alcohol ink background in pinks and purples if you wanted to, or you could do kind of jelly, you know, the jelly plates. You could do something with loads of paints and inks on there, let it dry, get your VersaFine or VersaFine Clair out is what I would use with this, in black or in a different colour, ink it up and stamp over the background to get a nice crisp image. And then you'd have the background effect showing through against the black lines of these hearts. Oh, lots of ideas. And lastly, oh goodness, I'm just yanking my glass mat around, which is scary considering I've got a wax melt burner here. You can probably see the glow from the flame, and that nearly ended up on the floor. Okay, so lastly is this embossing folder. This is so cute. This is very Valentine's, but I love it all the same. One thing I would potentially use this for is if I was doing like a mail swap or an ATC swap and I made a card to go with it, I would potentially use this on the background. So anything Happy Mail related, or yeah, Valentine's, or something, I feel like if you were going to post something to someone you care about, this will be a good one to have in the background. You could just have it in, I don't know, some pink cardstock, and then your faux image over it and it just peeking out the edges would be lovely. Or you could run this through on a piece of cardstock and then use say like a gilding wax or something like that, just to touch the erased details. Or if you're brave, I know some people don't like doing this, you could ink up one side of the embossing folder. I would use the side that leaves the line, presses the line in, so it'd probably be the base. Ink it up and then run it through your embossing, run it through in the embossing folder on your die cut machine. And that should work. If you find that the card isn't getting enough of an impression, what I like to do is really gently mist the cardstock with water, very fine mist. Don't get it wet. We're not trying to soak the cardstock. It's just to add, just to absorb into the card and allow more of an impression to be made, is what I'm trying to say. That is a tip I would use if you're struggling with that. Now, I was going to show you a couple of the cards I made. Let me just grab it. I made this cute little tag. I'm just going to move this stuff, guys, out of the way. Okay. I'm hoping, now we're up in the craft room, the lighting is going to be better for the videos, so let me know if it is clearer and there's less shadowing. Hopefully that is the case with the lighting I have in here as well. So I've made this little tag. This is using the smile die that I got in one of the previous orders you would have seen if you watch the unboxings. And again, the Tickled Breeze, I think it is, die, and I just chopped it down because it's longer than this. Out of black cardstock. This is, I believe, an Echo Park paper from a pad, and I've just used We Are Memory Keepers, the crocodile riveting machine. Is it riveting? Yeah. And put a little purple rivet in there, and the other side is black and white. So I did the whole thing on black cardstock, covered this with the spotty, and then covered this with the black die cut here, and did the black shadow with, again, the same paper from here. And then on the back I've just added a piece of white cardstock, and then the center, this bit which I did the spotty in, I cut it again in black and just layered that on top. So it's not too bulky, but it's a really cheerful tag, and it could be popped on anything really. So yeah, I really like that. Then I made a card with a similar style. So this has how do I explain? I cut a rounded square out in black cardstock. I then cut the center of this die, not the shadow, just the centerpiece with the text, into the black. So this has basically got a hole in with the word shape. Then I layered some of the spotty paper behind it, and then I popped it up on foam tape to give it a bit of dimension. Then I used some of the dies, the floral dies from the unboxing previously, into the spotty paper, layered it up, and used a black card to make the centres with the die, and pop those on there for a bit of detail. These little black dots, are from the negatives out of this die. The thing is, things like that, instead of sitting and cutting more circles out, I just hang on to that. I don't hang on to everything, because you don't want your desk covered in stuff constantly. But I'll have a little pot up here which will have things like that will be useful, and I can add as details on cards. So I used the popped out pieces from that die as a little bit of extra detail instead of doing splatter on this one. And I think it looks really nice. The spotty, colourful, rainbowy design against just black and white. Yeah, I really like that. I will hopefully be popping that one on the blog, so if you want all of the details of the products used, etc., have a little look on there. So there's that one. Oh, and inside I popped 2 flowers but reversed it, so black petals, rainbow inside. Okay, then we have this card here. This one I will be showing on the blog. This one is using lots of Phil Martin Sentimentally Yours products. So I've used one of the charming rectangle dies. I've used a couple actually. This is one of the larger ones with the scalloped, really fine detail loops on the edges. I've used one of the smaller rectangles that go with it, and again one of the other smaller rectangles that go with it. And if you'll see there, they have stitch detail on them as well. Okay, all of them do. This one here, the purple with the loops, I inked that using a chalk cloud blending ink around the size the die was at. Then I cut it. This is solid, this whole piece is a square inside, so there isn't ink on the inside of it. I just inked the necessary bits that you would see peeking out from the other layers. Okay, then I cut the next rectangle and ran it through a spotted embossing folder, just plain, just had a bit of texture. Then once I wanted to cut this final square, this final rectangle from the Charming Rectangles set, I used the same ink as here, but I just used a lighter hand and just brushed it over really lightly over the cardstock, just for a different tone. The butterflies are also from one of Phil's sets, I believe, his stamp sets. So I stamped 2 of those in black ink and fussy cut them. I've also added some what's it called, Wink of Stella brush pen. I don't know if you would see on the camera, but the butterflies are sparkly. I have run some tacky glue just down the 2 sides of the left and right of the smallest rectangle, and dropped some sparkly glitter over the top, and it's really cute. Just a little bit of sparkle to add. Then we have this one here, which is a stamp from, I believe this is another of Phil's stamps and sentiments, just to say. in black VersaFine Clear ink, and then ran the blending foam dauber around the edge with the excess of purple just on the edge, just to tie everything together. I think it is slightly wonky, but bear with. And that's what we've done with that one. And inside I have just left blank, because I'm not too sure what occasion I'll use this for yet, but I really like how that came out. I wanted something clean and simple, and yeah, very easy and fairly quick to make. We also have here this card. You may have seen this on one of the thumbnails. Here I have stamped and heat embossed some floral designs from Tonic Studios. So they're individual elements, and I've layered them all up using masking, etc. Heat embossed with black ink and clear embossing powder. Then we have added the watercolor effect using the Zig clean color real brush markers. That's it. Get there eventually. And just added the color in there. And it sits nicely in between all the sections of the stamping because of the heat embossing. So you can just wipe with a paper towel over the image once it's dry, and it will lift any of the paints off of the heat embossing. And then just stamped Happy Mail onto a piece of white cardstock, cut it using a rectangle die, and then did the same with a larger rectangle in black, just solid, and layered them up. There's no foam tape. I wanted quite a flat card because there isn't always times when you want to send the most dimensional piece going. This one is blank inside currently. I haven't yet worked on that. So there's that one. Now I was going to show you a couple of designs using a turnabout stamp. Okay, so this is one here that I've done. So this makes me think very 70s, and we've cut that out using, you know, we had the die which I think the World Review, similar set, I believe it's Imus stamp, and I've inked the background of the Hello shadow die cut out, and then inked the Hello insert in the colours that correspond. These are using Distress Oxide inks. So yes, definitely recommend those. And I used one of the Phil Martin Charming Squares dies, as you can see, and they kind of curve at the edges here, and the little scallop detail goes around. I've done that and then chopped down on chopped the scallops off on this side, and then cut about I don't know, less than an inch off the bottom of the design, and just lined it up with the base of the card, so it's kind of peeking across the edge, and the Hello layered across the middle. And yeah, there's no inside on that one currently. I did something similar with a pink one, but using pink tones, and the Hello, this is more Valentine's themed, and then cut some little hearts to go either side. And then lastly, this one here is my favourite, using the same turnabout stamp. This one, I have used a pale green, a darker green, a blue tone, and a red. And I've used one of the Phil Martin Sentimentally Yours Charming Squares dies with the stitch detail. And I cut that into the large panel of this design that I did using one of the turnabout stamps. Then I used the Hello, the centre, from like this, but just the centerpiece. I didn't use a shadow, out of black cardstock twice, and layered those up and stuck it in the center with wet glue. Then I have drawn some little dots just as some extra detail, as I didn't want it getting all over the center and didn't have much time to do masking. So there's that one, and I really like how that came out. I don't know why, just, yeah, one of my favorites, definitely. I will be popping several of these on the blog over the next few days, so check that out in the video description if you want to have a peek at some of my other makes. So thank you for popping in and watching the haul with me, guys, and I will be back soon when I've got some more stuff arriving, and I'm hoping to do some more projects on camera so that you can see how I get to the finished results. Thanks for watching. Bye.